Welcome back to our Express White Rock special. Now, it's one thing to make lemonade out of lemons, right? But what if you want to make biscotti? That's a whole other bag of cookies. Shelley Quesnel won a Business Excellent Award, not only because she makes delicious biscotti, but also because she sets an amazing example for her daughter with every batch.
I love to do marketing. I was good at it. And also, I love to bake. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try to make a living out of doing what I love.
After splitting with her husband, this tough cookie wanted to go into business for herself.
And I checked around, nobody else is doing what I'm doing, so I thought I had my own little niche.
Her own little niche turned out to be a delicious venture. It's called Notti Biscotti.
The traditional biscotti, it's all a double-baked biscuit, which we double bake, but I use 1,000 grams of chocolate in every recipe. And it's a decadent cookie. It's not dry, you don't have to dunk it. People love it.
She's got a crew of lovely women helping her every step of the way, and these treats aren't cookie cutter.
Do you want me to lift it for you, honey? And Rosanna's my main baker. She's a lean, mean baking machine.
All right, I think it needs some more flour. I make a batch of biscotti about every 10 minutes, different types. I basically make the dough and shape the dough, and then once that comes out of the oven, it's handed over to Shelley, who then slices it once it's cooled. And she decorates it, and then it goes in the display case to sell. We decorate them much like different chocolate bars, so they're quite decadent.
A friend told me about this place and came in and tried it, and the atmosphere is great, very relaxed, happy, good energy in here, and you always feel better when you leave than when you came in if you're having a bad day.
And some of the customer favorites
is Wicked Willie, Dusty Rusty, that's the apricot white chocolate almond, and it's a toss-up between Smarty Marty, which is Smarties and white chocolate, and Mama's Boy, which is the first one I created, named after my ex.
Not only are their names a bit saucy, the crew of women here are as well, but it's what keeps the customers coming back.
It's all about fun, good food, and the people here, it's like family.
In South Surrey, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
Besides here in White Rock, Notti Biscotti is now sold in over 50 outlets, including Urban Fare and Stock Up in Kerrisdale. So what's the message? You find something you love, and you find something they love. That's the secret to success. And we see that up next with one of the Lower Mainland's hottest acts. The Proper Villains, in just a few months, have amassed a small army of fans.
Baby, come on, wake up, open up your eyes.
They're a band with something to prove.
So Juno Award-winning Proper Villains 2013.
To be fair, he was being sarcastic, but the Proper Villains are serious about their music, mixing hip-hop and pop sounds to create something they can't really describe.
No one can describe our sound, and that's including like everyone in the band. We're kind of like, we just make music. We've been together for about 6 months, and the sound is ever-changing.
They actually didn't even want a girl in the band, so I kind of brought a whole different genre to the music, and it became sort of a hip-hop, rock, pop, fusion type thing.
Now they pride themselves on diversity. Each member brings a different element to the table, much like an ensemble cast.
If you've ever seen Ocean's 11, there's one scene, I think, Brad Pitt goes to break him out of jail, and he says, you know, it feels good to be with some real proper villains again. So, to me, it's just, we're a whole bunch of different people that have different expertise in different areas, and we came together to form the perfect team, so I thought the name fit really well.
The band is sparking interest not only in local music fans, but live music promoters too. Last week, the Proper Villains were among 5 bands shortlisted for the Live at Squamish contest. The winner gets to share a stage with Weezer and Metric.
It's amazing, yeah. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I really hope we get to play with them. I mean, I listen to bands like that on a regular basis, and to be able to play with them is huge.
Not bad for a band who's only been together for 6 months. But whether they win it or not, Michelle says she's just thrilled to be representing her hometown of White Rock.
I think the arts are sort of becoming more of a part of Surrey, White Rock, and you're seeing that pop up all over the place, and I'm happy to see that happening.
The group is recording their debut album this summer in hopes of getting some radio play and possibly a record deal. In the meantime, their fans will continue to root for the villains. I'm Tim Chung in Surrey for The Express.
You can catch the Proper Villains live on June the 6th at the Republic in Vancouver. You're watching The Express, and we have more stories from the city by the sea up next. After the break. Wow, look at that. The ocean is just sparkling. White Rock's only waterfront hotel.
I'll take it for a buck.
Bargain hunting to better lives.
The turnout's been excellent. We're making a lot of money for the Shelter Foundation.
The Express. This is your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Lungo filaccio, triste sartaccio, fila, fila, ma che vuoi filare? Senza punta l'ago non può andare, troppo filo te l'ha fatto far, ed ora non puoi più filare. Hai filato giorno e notte con giacchette e pantaloni, sottovesti e gonelloni pura sera.
Welcome back to our Express White Rock special. The distinction of being the only hotel in White Rock, but you also have quite an amazing spot right here.
Yes, we do, Johanna. I think anybody who comes to White Rock just falls in love with White Rock.
Even famous people have stayed here in this suite itself.
Well, this particular suite was occupied by Danny DeVito and his wife for a while, yes.
That's pretty neat. But what are the big trends you're seeing now? People from the Lower Mainland actually coming and staying overnight in White Rock.
The new trend we have noticed is people coming from West Vancouver, North Vancouver, Abbotsford, Mission, and all over the Lower Mainland. They come into White Rock to make a little holiday out of it.
And how many units are there in the hotel?
We have 39 suites. Most of the suites have a really good view of the ocean.
Yeah. You can't beat the views, and you know what? You can't beat the people. This next story is about the community coming together for women and children in need. There's also a whole lot of healthy bartering going on, and maybe some not as healthy hot dog eating.
There was a wide selection of all kinds of stuff at the annual Royal LePage Garage Sale, a Canada-wide initiative to raise money for the Shelter Foundation, Royal LePage's charity.
So there we go. Put this out too. This stuff came from many sources. We did flyer deliveries throughout the Morgan Creek, Rosemary Heights area. We donated newspaper advertising. We word of mouth, a lot of the homes that we're selling when people are downsizing. Got that. We had people moving obviously up and down and surplus goods, and then springtime, it's cleanup time. It's the time to take the things you don't use and you haven't used in a couple of years, and a good chance to get rid of it. You're not taking it to the dump, but furniture and household goods, as you can see, there's just a wide range.
We've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. We had Atlas Van Lines who supported us amazingly, and they took a lot of our furniture and all of that stuff. They took it to their place and they stored it for us, and then the rest of our stuff was in our office. So we just got here, there was about 12 of us this morning. We just unloaded everything, put it all out.
So anything special that you're looking for? It's amazing to see how many people come by, helping, donating. So a lot of stuff here, a lot happening, and we're very happy about it.
All of the proceeds from the garage sale go to the Shelter Foundation, which distributes funds locally, in this case, to South Fraser Women's Services.
It's beautiful. What it's going to do for our centre today, and that's why we're excited, is we've experienced over $200,000 in funding cuts in the last year. So what this is going to do is contribute to our daily hot lunch program and also to our South Fraser Legal Resource Centre. We actually have a family legal resource centre, and it's for women obviously that are dealing with issues of family law, custody, access, those kind of things, immigration and poverty law, and there's no funding attached to that. So yeah, so we're quite excited. Yeah.
It's been just a great day today. The turnout's been excellent. We're making a lot of money for the Shelter Foundation, and it's just been an excellent day, and we just want to thank everybody for supporting us, for the donations and for coming out and supporting us.
In White Rock, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
The National Garage Sale for Shelter happens at Royal LePage offices across the country every year. To find out how you can donate, you can head to the website. As for events that are still to come, here in White Rock, we've got your Express Spotlight. And join with thousands who have decided to fight back at the Relay for Life, an event that celebrates cancer survivors and honors loved ones. Check out the White Rock Farmers Market and share the opening day with White Rock Mayor Catherine Ferguson. Pick up your fresh produce, do some shopping, and enjoy the live entertainment. Celebrate the Queen's birthday as they did 100 years ago. Bring a picnic to enjoy on the lawn, sip tea in the garden, make simple crafts, and top it off with a piece of birthday cake. Also down here at the water on the May long weekend, it's the Kite Festival. And as we mentioned earlier, on the weekend of July 15th, it's Tour de White Rock. Now that's it for today's Express Special on the City by the Sea. We're going to leave you with a look at the local art scene, and we'll see you next time.